Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It's 4th of July. Had a great time running the All for One Regime Diabolique session last night. It was a long session. Wasn't quite sure. I was trying to figure out if I needed to call it and do a cliffhanger or not because it went longer than I anticipated. But that was because of some great role play in the middle, which kind of dragged it out. But I wasn't sad that it dragged it out. I was really enjoying that kind of thing. But I wanted to do a recap video. But I want to do a couple other videos about this. And to tackle it from a couple different areas because I found it interesting. I want to do kind of an epilogue because we just kind of like had to end rather abruptly, and I didn't get a chance to hand out style. And there were a lot of loose threads, so I wanted to do this kind of epilogue for the players to give them an idea of what happened after the session. The books that Briscoe found in the room of the presumably the manservant Hervé, There are these really odd books. He can't make heads or tails of them. Jean-Marie and Martin are able to look these over a little bit. There is some Latin, there's some Greek, there's some language. It's coded. You're not sure what it is, whether it is a code or whether it's another ancient language. They may need some help with this. The books seem to be rather diabolical in nature, so they're very disturbing books. They're books that require some study. So these are not easy tomes to crack. But they are disturbing, they are arcane, they are very, very bizarre. What about Henri and Josephine? Well, Josephine is still recovering from the shock of seeing her sister suddenly very pregnant, from the shock of finding out that her sister was dead, that the baby was missing, but that her sister was dead. Henri, on the other hand, he is... He just, some of the fire's gone out of his eyes. He's not sure what to make of these events. He's angry at the Musketeers, but he was already angry at them. But the fire of pursuit is out of his eyes. He's not sure, he's not sure whether to blame the Musketeers or not. He's certainly sworn to kill them if they were involved in this death. But he's more concerned, or seems to be more concerned about his wife. The guards immediately associated with him, they're a little bit more. They kind of glare at the Musketeers, but they always did. But they're loyal to their captain. They're not sure what to make of this. What about Jacqueline, the pregnant Jacqueline and Nathaniel? Well, Jacqueline gave birth to a bouncing baby boy very soon afterwards. The child seems to be healthy. The parents seem to be healthy and happy, doing as well as they can, considering that the father's a Cardinal's Guard. What about Golive-Lessier and Hervé and the rest of her servants? Certainly she's returned on the Paris social scene. Not really happy that somebody shouted out that there was Black Plague and that somebody else's servant got killed at her party. Not exactly how she wanted her ball to go. Seems like inviting Musketeers and Cardinals Guards to your party has suddenly fallen out of fashion. Very exciting, but maybe a little bit too risky. But she's around. What about Julien Lebeau? Well, he has not turned up anywhere. People, they were able to find out where he lives. Looking at his chateau, which is not that far away, in that section of Paris, very nice chateau. He's not around. There are a few servants there. Nothing's to be found over there at all. No sign of him, no sign of the missing baby, no sign of anything. Oddly enough, some bodies turned up in the Seine. Bodies always turn up in the Seine, but that's near to the Musketeers' barracks. And some of these bodies that floated up, that somebody removed as they just kind of ended up against the pilings of the Pont Neuf, and that were disturbing to passersby. Walking by them, Martin and Jean-Marie, they swear they recognized two of these men's faces. They're bloated, but they looked just like the guards that were there fighting with them as they killed the manservant. Julien Lebeau. Maybe a couple of guards that actually saw and recoiled in horror from what that manservant actually looked like. It might be them. It might not. It's hard to tell, but they sure looked like that. What about the baker, inventor of the croissant? We're going to call him Christophe Duval. Well, I'll tell you, since Briscoe's advertisements, his business is booming. Briscoe now gets a free croissant a day, sometimes two, just for all that incredible advertising. And what of Briscoe? What of his Saturday appointment with Father Augustin? Did he go to that confession date? No, I don't know. We'll have to ask him whether he went. But I do know Eugene was less excited and happy about making this list of these women. In fact, Eugene has been a little cold, but a little strange as well. Sometimes giggling, but sometimes very, very cold and very, very curt with Briscoe. So it's hard to make heads or tails of that one. But that's the epilogue as it stands right now.